day. It's the National Football League. This is the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and it's not. That told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
The 44-yard line.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
36 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
When he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
But if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs.
25-yard line.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And it's good to make it 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes.
A loss of 4 yards.
So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. His throw incomplete.
Intended.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He was taken.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a big 3rd down hookup here will take us to the break. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he will find his man on the outside. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10.
So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback for the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Incomplete.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Loss of 3 yards.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And on now is the punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it.
And that's caught inside the 35. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Gets this one to Hill. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Jackson on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Jackson on first and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. In trouble, and he's taken down.
A loss of 5 yards. It's second down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 7.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Caught on left side by Robinson.
Caught by number 11.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He'll field this at the 5. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second
from the gun. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at the...
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Here's Jackson throwing on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Jackson's pass.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Final minute now, the third quarter.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot.
And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin, because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay, because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Is the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. And a huge play that time. 54 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point attempt to come here. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Jackson now. Off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And a first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 10.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught left side, Williams.
Mahomes.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
7 yards. And it's third down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The 13 yards that time of the first. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Man open left side, it's Williams.
Mahomes pass.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Sets up first down.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to go up top again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
In the end zone. Brings up third down and 10.
So now third and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
Like my